Hi, this is Daniel from Dan Has Fun. Welcome to, or welcome back to the channel. Please do stick around and enjoy something a little bit different today. So normally when I play games, I play things I've played in the past, usually quite a long way back, and kind of show people how the nostalgia might kick in maybe, but also how I think some of these games are usually, fundamentally pretty good. Today we're doing something a bit different because I know nothing about Warside other than a couple of people have recommended the kind of, well, not the game to me because it's not out yet, but they recommended I keep an eye on it, and I have definitely not done that. I know nothing. So I thought what might be quite fun today is to go through and just play the demo blind, see how we feel about it as an Advance Wars. Is it a clone? Is it a rip-off? Is it an improvement? We shall see. With Advance Wars Reboot Camp bombing so badly, just very, very lacking. It didn't really add anything new to the table that we hadn't already seen. It was a remake almost entirely, just changing the art style to, in my opinion, making it worse. Especially the units themselves looking like Playmobil. Some of the soundtrack was an improvement. I have a video talking about that. You should check it out. I'll probably put it in the description or in like a tagged video if I remember. But beyond that, it was pretty much just the same game that it came out 20 years plus ago, and I liked those games back then. I liked it when I first played Advance Wars 2 on the channel. It's the first game I played on this channel. But when another game comes out, you expect it to at least add things, improve what was already there. It didn't really do that. So let's see if Warside can do anything. Coming out January the 28th. I'm not getting paid or anything like that to sponsor this. Like I said, I know nothing about it, and I'm kind of happy with that. We'll see how we feel. I'll say off the get-go, I'm up in the air about the art style. I like how some of these units in the background look. They look pretty cool. I don't care about how, I assume this is either the commanding officer or a big bad. I'm not sure how I feel about that visually, but let's hit to start the campaign. Take control of your forces in a small but intense single-player campaign that will introduce you our core mechanics. Should be a word 2 in there. Probably not the best sign there's a typo on the very first page of the demo, but let's start. And yes, this is my second take, and the mouse works this time. I don't know why. OBS, if I did a Windows recording of this, just hated it. Doing it as game capture, it's fine. Hopefully I remember to change that back when I'm playing a U4. That'll be mildly annoyed if I don't. So we have, I don't know if this is General, Captain, Commander, Beckett. I don't like when games do all capitalized text. I find that hard to read personally, but there you go. Listen up, Lieutenant. The word is you're good, but I'm not trusting you with my soldiers until I see what you're made of. And Jackson just said, Sir? We're going to play a little war game, a head-to-head challenge. Let's see if you've got the skills. We'll keep it simple with just a few unit types. I got this. Yeah, not sure how I feel about the COs or the command, whatever they're going to call them in this game. Tanks can move and fire in the same turn. However, your longer range units are limited to one action, either move or fire. So, Advance Wars logic. Except if it's talking about anti-tanks, I guess, but I digress. They're kind of like that, they're kind of not. I suggest using your artillery to strike that tank by the river before it advances. How do we feel about what they look like on the game board? I'm okay with this. I like that they look pretty busy. They do have good energy. Okay. Would probably like this font to be slightly bigger, I think. We'll check the settings menu after this and see if we can improve that. Also, that is an incredibly slow battle animation. Nice! Now give orders to the rest of your units. You can press escape to finish your turn when you are done. I was about to hit escape to see if I could find the settings, so I'm glad we did not do that. Not sure what to click for it then. We'll move all of our units first and then we'll test that. So, I'm assuming we have all the standard units. Right-clicking shows us the range. Can we do a different type of click to see what units they are? No? Okay, I'm sure it'll tell us. Why is the 6 easier to read than the damage was? Anyway, that's fine. Guessing these are just regular tanks or light tanks, depending on what you want to call them. Oh, okay. You actually have to click on them to do the action. Well, now we know. So if these are tanks, that must be a tank too. I don't see any heavier tanks in there. That's a barracks. That looks pretty similar to regular infantry. It's even the same blooming price as infantry is in Days of Ruin / Dark Conflict, whichever you want to call it. I'm assuming each of these means a different level of good or bad. So they're quite bad against lightly armored vehicles, but horrendous against armor. Makes sense. Do we want to build something? I'm going to say no because the game told us not to. So, yeah, okay. If we hit escape, we do get a settings menu. Oh my word, this is horrendously ugly. So you can choose music mode, all the standard settings. Auto end turn is off. I don't remember if I clicked that before, because I tried to record this before, but the window recording was absolutely nope. I was hoping there'd be a show combat cutscenes fast. I guess not. Okay, well, we'll leave them on for now. End turn. So his recon is attacking my light tank. He didn't have to do 1 hit point. Okay. But yeah, they're still horrendously weak against tanks, which makes sense. You'll earn income at the start of each turn. The more properties you hold, the more income you generate. Use ground infantry units to capture enemy structures, or says empty structures, but I can read, that's fine. If a structure's under enemy control, you'll have to clear them out first. Most units can attack structures. Okay, so we have to physically beat up the structure, that's interesting. We can't reach anything with our artillery unit. You might as well take that out, do some jeep-on-jeep action. No facial expression change in combat either. I wonder if they'll add that later. That had to hurt. I'm glad these are dummy rounds. You'll need to eliminate all my units to pass this test. Okay, so this is essentially a simulation. Got it. Well, let's go beat up this infantry a bit. They have 1 point of defense. They did essentially nothing to us. Standard fare. You can cross the river, which means we should move this out of the way. You don't get a confirm, which I think might be something they should work on. So how do we tell what building this is? Okay, so that's a factory. So a factory and a barracks are different. Factory can do vehicular units. That's your heavy tank. Or just your regular. Okay, it's just your regular tank. Just calls it a tank. That's fine. Then we have artillery. Buggy. It's a recon. And then I'm guessing this is the APC, the rig, or the mobile workshop, depending which game you call it from. 8 movement. That's definitely buffed. Can't do any attack. We already knew this. Okay. He doesn't... he does. He does have a... He has a barracks and a factory. So do we have to attack the factory to get that, they were saying? Yeah, so 55%. Okay, so the buildings themselves have essentially a health stack as well. Okay. I'm not even going to try and capture that. I'm just going to get an infantry and just... Okay, and you don't even put it on the tile itself. So theoretically, you could... Yeah, you could do like 4 recruits from that barracks in 1 turn. So there are some differences. Okay. Well, we're not going to get anything else. We might get a tank next turn. I wish I could just right-click, like, twice to get to this menu. Maybe there's a hotkey for it that I just don't know. Enter. Oh, I see. So, you don't have to sit on it to capture it either, but the more you do to it, the more health it has in your favor? Okay. I can kind of work with that. It's going to be weird to try and unlearn some Advance Wars logic to play a game like this. Okay, and they built an artillery. Okie dokie. You can spend funds to produce new units, vehicles are built at the factory, and infantry are trained at the barracks. For this exercise, we're keeping things simple with a limited number of units, but once you're ready, the full arsenal will be at your disposal. I have already done that. So theoretically then, yeah, I could come up here, attack this, which puts it back to being neutral, and if I attack it, It'll capture it. But we want to do this first for sure. Okay, so yeah, so it captures. We can't use it. Maybe until it's 10, maybe until its next turn. I'm not sure. But it's one or the other. Okay, it tells you how much damage you're going to take back too, which I guess is a positive. Their recons I'm not really worried about. They're all very low health, so we'll just do tank on tank. We should still do reasonably okay, despite the fact we were down a hit point. You can then go in. And I'm just going to accept that the artillery is going to hit one of our tanks. So I want to see how much damage it does, because I don't remember how much it did on the first combat anyway. Move this forward. I'm sure I'm not playing this optimally for the record. But it's okay. I just want to see kind of how things work. We must have more units than that later when it comes to infantry, but not right now. And enter. Yeah, so this artillery is going to probably do the vast majority of our health, if not all of it. Yeah, nearly all of it. So it's going to waste time attacking it? No! The AI is not that dumb, I guess. It's going to try and attack our artillery and do nothing. So if it wants to do chip damage to the artillery, I guess that's fine. Cool. Yeah, they're just going to all sit there and slowly wail on this unit that's not really doing anything. That works for me. But they are still building them. So we need to do... You can't reach. You'll still do 11%. That's not terrible. But yeah, that's not what we want to do. Move down. Capture that to make money. Okay, so you don't have to be at full health to do this. You just have to be the next turn. Okay, I got you. Our infantry might be able to take this out. Yeah, oh, not quite. But they do slightly more than the Advanced Wars infantry would. Assuming this is just regular infantry. I don't see why it wouldn't be, but... I wonder if we're going to have to put our artillery there to shoot that, because it's not going to come over and play ball. Maybe. I wonder if you can still join units, too. Yeah, we'll find out. Oh, you did the thing where you didn't attack. I'm still... That's going to take forever to get used to. Because you are stupid. Well, hopefully nobody's taking a drink every time there's a misplay here, because you'd be absolutely shellacked. We only have 4,500 buckaroos. That's fine. I don't really want this tank, this artillery in the way of the firing line. How does it heal? So, does it have to be adjacent? I guess we can find that out too. Let's put this artillery adjacent to this factory. Let's see if it heals next turn. And I guess we'll... Wait, we're doing 2% against it? Oh, it must be working on percentages of what you have. So, like, this might have 1 health, but this might have half of 1 health, so it'll, well, double as much. Maybe this is the full health, we only have half of 1. Okay. Anyway, this should be toast. So, unlike Advanced Wars, it's not rounding it up to the next number in terms of attack power, I guess is what I'm saying. Okay. That's going to hurt a fair amount. Because as we know, recon or boggies or whatever they're called don't play ball. It would appear that infantry can... Well, any unit potentially can move directly through the city. It's not just an entity you attack from all sides. Okay. So let's see if this 8 goes up. It did not, so it did not heal it. Okay. And whenever you capture something, it automatically flips to having 2 hit points. So that's good to know as well. This artillery's been wrecking our day because we keep not clicking on it. So if we can try and deal with it, that would be jazzy. Feels like overkill. But I also can attack at least here. So let's use our artillery to do the thing that it actually should be doing. Wonderful. And then you're kind of just... So you can do 4, 5 back, 2 and 3, 3 and nothing. We have to break through somewhere, so... I guess, again, it's like... Well, if I do that, it'd be 1, 2, 3... Okay, that's safe. Infantry takeout. Infantry... Oh, you can just click through it, I guess. Okay. So you can keep them on, like the animations on. But if you change your mind, at least you can kind of have a halfway house. Go do peanuts. You can then take this out. You're so weak, I'm just going to leave you alone. But then this recon should hopefully then come over and attack this 1 health tank. Because it appears we can't join. 2% damage. Amazing. You did nothing and you're all out of ideas. I don't have quite enough money for another tank. But I guess what I could do is put a buggy, there, and that'll keep it protected. I don't know, I want to see... Yeah, it could theoretically come, like, here, and then we could go in. That's fine. Again, this is just us playing the tutorial, essentially, so... This is going to be rude, though. It's not going to do anything. And the artillery moved. Makes sense. Okay, so you're going to take this out. Get out of the way. You attack that artillery. Now we should be good. Jobs are good. Oh, you did the thing again, though. Every time! Every time! My brain's just like, that's not correct. So we'll use infantry instead. Yeah, that's going to take some real adjustment. I also, for the record, I know I am being very stupid, but... Surely we're going to have enough power to take this out somehow between all of our units. Really? That's still not enough? Well, I guess we're wasting 1 extra turn because we're dumb. And I guess maybe there's not any potential rounding or anything like that. I'm not sure. Get another tank in case you poop the bed next turn, please. This should not have taken 7 turns. Oh, he killed himself. Okay. Mission accomplished. Done very poorly. Do we have to hit escape? No. Okay. It was just no animation, nothing. Just, you're done. Okay. What? The Wastelanders? Here in the forest? This far in? But why? Doesn't matter. No more practice. I trust you can deal with them. This map looks exactly the same, by the way, artistically, so how did we know the other one was like a practice game? Don't think about logic. I mean, this is trying to be Advanced Wars, and it certainly didn't. Okay, so a guy from the main screen who does look just as bad as I imagined he would. Reaver, you couldn't deal a pack of cards. Cards, I only deal in knockouts. Whoa. They definitely have the cheesy kind of comic relief verbiage that Advanced Wars goes for. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a good or a bad thing, but anyway. Each faction has its own unique units. We specialize in heavy armor, like the Rhino and the Giant. The Rhino is especially useful for smashing through tight spots. Get that Rhino moving and knock that buggy out of the way. So I'm assuming he's talking about this. Can we see what they look like? Okay, so this is a Rhino unit. Heavy armor. Only has a movement of 5. It's pretty rubbish in terms of damage by the looks of it in combat. Okay. Sure. Well, let's do what he said and see what happens. So it's a pushing unit. So it doesn't do a lot of damage, but it just kind of shoves things out of the way. Okay. And apparently it drowns them if they can't survive in rivers. Good to know. Hey, no fair! That did seem pretty rude. What on earth unit are you, weird fedora hat man? A sniper. Does that mean you're an indirect combat unit? You still have a movement of 3. Medics have a movement of 4. Okay. And a rubbish in combat against everybody. I mean, that makes sense. Snipers are very good against infantry, are very good against light lightly armored vehicles and still pretty bad against everything else. Okay. Okay, it does have a... So it's an artillery that specializes in killing other infantry. Gotcha. And there was far more the map over here that I didn't realize was here, so I'm glad we moved the screen. I guess we'll move here for now, then. If you move forwards by yourself, you're going to get wrecked, so we're just going to send our other infantry, I guess, this way as well. Apparently you can traverse rivers without drowning, which makes sense. Again, that goes in line with Advance Wars logic. What are you? Okay, you're the giant. So the giant is really slow. Looks like a mega tank. Yeah, rips everything apart. Can it not attack infantry? Oh, it's alternative can. Okay, so its main weapon, so like it said, with a tank, cannon can't hit infantry, but its machine gun can. Weird that it doesn't describe what they are. Maybe that'll get added later. Okay, so this is a mega tank. Which probably... Do we want that in conjunction with the Rhino? I'm going to say yes for now. We'll kind of all go the same rough direction. So that's our regular tank. That's another infantry. There's nothing down here worth taking. And then we're getting 6,000 buckaroos a turn. They have a rocket, which I assume is exactly the same too. Does it not have the range on this screen? That seems like a weird oversight. It has movement, it has view, so it has vision in Fog of War, but it doesn't say what range it has. Unless I'm being blind. I think so, though. Okay. Cool. We're not going to build any of those this turn. Snipers are expensive. Medics are even more expensive. I'm going to build one because we don't have one. I don't know if that's necessarily the right decision, but let's build one because we want to see what it does. I mean, the name implies what it does, but I want to at least see how we use it. So there is a base down here. Everything else looks like regular cities, kind of? Okay. They can't hit me, so the sniper can stay in place, probably. Unless we want to move it one tile down. We can move out other infantry across. Probably a good idea. Then we'll bring over our Rhino, our tank, our mega tank, medic, and then we're just going to save money this turn, I think. End turn. I wish quick game was not the first option. My brain does not like that. Yeah, so there's their rocket unit. Big range. It is a standard 3 to 5. That's going to be kind of stinky for us because we have no way of getting through that for now. It looks like the AI is a bit smarter than it historically has been for Advance Wars games. They're all hiding within the rocket's range. Right, if this is an APC, then what's this? That's like an APC that has an attacking option? This is on tracks, this is on tires. Okay. Interesting. Medics are regular infantry in a way, so they can still do capturing. It doesn't say how good our units are on the defense, I guess. What do you count as? Are you a heavy vehicle? I guess you would be. Yeah, it's a heavy. Okay, so it's going to have the defense of any other heavy, I guess. Is how that kind of comes out in the wash. So based on that, if I did just this, made a wall, they can still come around, so we would have to do like this, then that. They can walk through. And then, yeah, we can use the Rhino to push units through so our tank or our heavy tank can go through and hit things. Okay. We also have to come over and deal with this at some point, but I'm not worried about it because it's going to take forever to come over to us. And we still can't afford anything really cool that we want. So we're just going to, again, wait and enter. This is going to hurt because it's just regular tank on regular tank. And then this is what I want to see. How much damage does a tank do against our heavy Rhino? Not a lot. We also don't do a lot back because that's not our game, but... Okay. And then our mega tank should take, like, nothing from a recon. Yeah, that just got absolutely wrecked. Okay. So, things I want to know. If we push into a unit, does it then damage the one behind it? It doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like that's how that works, based on the animation. So again, that's good to know. Definitely want to capture that off the get-go, before I forget. So, next will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Mega tank can't reach. 1. This is assuming things get moved. We could reach, but this is a lot of ranged units. And if we put a... Yeah. Snipers are still rubbish against armor, though. This is not that worrying. If we do that, we just take the artillery out point blank, which is probably worth doing. Yeah, Socket's going to get hit by those rockets, but it's fine. Yeah, even with the defense bonus, the mega tank's still going to plow through. Okay. And then we could theoretically, what? Come in and heal this? How does that work? How does the healing work? Maybe you just have to be adjacent to a unit and it heals? I don't know. I feel like the game should be explaining these things, but okay. Guess not. So if we just put the Rhino... I just want to see what happens. Maybe it doesn't do what it says. If I push this, does it do damage across? Okay, it pushes them both. Okay. That's not how it looks, what it will do. I don't mind that it did it, for the record, but that's not what it looks like it's going to do. Okay. So this is a pretty damaged tank. I guess we'll just go in and hit these rockets for what it's worth. Yeah, I feel like, as a demo goes, this is not doing a very good job of explaining anything, which is kind of what its primary function is. It's not doing a very good job of it. Yeah, this is not going to do a lot of damage. The snipers do, what, 10, 12% against tanks? Nothing of any significance. But again, I want to test out, even though we might get mashed by this rocket, if I put the medic here, does that then heal things adjacent to it? Maybe. Yeah, we don't take that much damage back, but it's still not worth doing. So I'm just going to stand in place intention. No, because if I do that, I'm going to get mullered by this. But I have to. Yeah, you're going to get sacked, because otherwise this can shoot, the tank will shoot, and it'll ruin everything. So hopefully it just won't attack the medic as much. I just want to see how it works. See if the game will cooperate enough. May not be optimal place. I just want to see mechanics, please. Oh, he took my building instead. Okay. Yes, the rockets are going to go do a ton of damage, I'm sure. Not as much as I thought. Yeah, I guess they want to rag on the Rhino unit because it doesn't do any real damage. So really for them, it's considered like an APC back from the Advanced Wars and 2 days, where it's just an open target. Wow, that was a one-shot? Okay, good to know. You should do peanuts to this, though. And he did virtually nothing. And then I'm going to shoot on my tank, the weak one, which is fine. Do some chip damage, you do you. Yeah, we know what the gameplay is here. So, let's see. Does the medic push this to 6? No. So how the hell does this work? Does it work? Why does it not explain? Does it just give more defense? Who knows? Who wants a game tutorial demo to explain how anything works? That seems ridiculous. So we want to... We could push that straight into the drink. We could push that straight into the drink. So that's probably what we're going to do. Push this tank out. Does it push them all even though we only have 3 hit points? Was the next thing I want to know. Kind of. I mean, it does essentially, but not really. Yeah, I have no idea how this medic works then. No idea. Doesn't say. Cool. Okay. Can we get through to this rocket without... Well, I mean, we can do some damage to it, I guess, just the situation we're in. But the answer is probably not no. That's a 1 kill and then some. We can take this tank out. Which we probably should do. And if we go there, we won't get shot by rockets either. So go deal with that. Just keep shooting at the rocket unit, please. Down to 6 hit points, so it's not anywhere near as strong as it was before. But yeah, I have no idea how this medic unit works. So I guess we'll just get it out of the way and do that. Go capture that, make some more money. We can finally build some units. We have 19,500 cash. We don't need service-to-air missiles, that is for sure. We don't have any air units in game. What do we want? Honestly, probably just some regular tanks. And it looks like we can build only 1 order. Okay. Yeah, this one does 3. Maybe how many hit points it has determines how many units you can spawn from it. Guess that makes some sense. So what is this? It's 8,000. Is it like an anti-air? Not really, because it's bad against helicopters. Hmm. But it is an armor unit, so we'll compare it to, say, a tank. It's not quite as good against light armor. It's awful against regular armor. Why would you get this over this? Slightly cheaper, I guess. Let's build one and have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's safe. We'll give it a test. It's an armor unit, so it should be pretty good against the snipers. Yeah. Worst case is it'll do nothing. Let's see. We're going to move our own sniper out of the way. Probably means we'll try and capture this, but it's fine. Yeah. Let's just see what happens. In turn. I don't know if they're making the assumption that anybody playing this has already kind of looked online. Oops, that's not what I meant to. Looked online to see how this game works, but that would be a dangerous assumption to make. And that would not be a good idea. But yeah, I have no idea how the medic works for sure. Not a clue. You do that, it hits into the building? That's weird. You're infantry, so that won't kill you. If you mash them into a building, I wonder what happens. Let's find out. So if I mash you into a building, it just blows you up. Okay. It does not indicate that at all. Maybe it pushes them through the building into the river. I don't know. That's very weird. They built a regular tank. Alright. If I go and attack any of you, you're going to wreck my face a bit. We only have 6 hit points now, so it might still be worth doing. Only 57%, so it's not super duper amazing against infantry. It's not awful, but it's not, you know, all that in the bag of whatever. Okay. Well, let's take out this infantry. Recapture. Go over there. I still have no idea what this medic is meant to do, so we'll just use you to shield the sniper, I guess. Yeah, genuinely no idea. Attack snipers. You only have 1 hit point, but you only do 3% damage, so you're just better off blocking something. Yeah, let's go here and see if we can just distract this tank for a turn. And then... No, we still can only have 1 order with a 6 hit point stack. Okay. Strange. Do we want to build our own rocket? We have 16.5. We can't afford a giant. We can't afford a rhino. Let's build our own rocket. Then we can at least dislodge some of these snipers a little more easily. And then we'll just end turn again. So I'm getting better at hitting the actual combat now. Baby steps. But we're still not very good at anything else. And they're just slowly trying to whittle my mega tank down. And the tank did get distracted and take out the 1 hit point unit. Cool. So let's test this theory out again. So this rhino... We push this infantry. Did it push it into the building and kill it? Or did it push it into the river behind and kill that other unit? No, it just crushes them in the building. Okay. Sure. Let's capture that back. You can capture that, please. Thank you kindly. We could attack with our rockets from here. I'm not sure if we're going to or not yet. We definitely want to take out their rocket with our mega tank. Thank you kindly. They only have a regular tank. I'm not worried about it. Yeah, let's do this. Take that out. Are you any good against... I'm assuming you count as a light. Yeah, so you're light. So this sniper would genuinely be quite dangerous for it. So we don't want to get into range. So do that. You move over. Because if they want to come and attack the sniper, I'm okay with that, because it means they'll be in rocket range. Then we've got 9,500, which is 500 short of a regular tank, which is kind of stinky. So I guess we will just end our turn and wait. Oh, I did want to check, though. We're at 8 hit points. Now you can get 2 move orders. So you must have to have maybe 7 or more to get 2, and then 10 to get 3. Maybe? That's only an educated guess. We're learning, Super Nintendo Chalmers. Yeah, I only did 1 hit point to us. Mega Tank's not worried. They did build a rocket. Good for them. Which is funny because I can't reach it, which is really annoying. That's actually very annoying. Okay. Sure. But yes, the tank did come and attack our sniper as predicted. So we'll use our rocket. I don't like how they look before they pull the actual missiles out. I guess you never saw that in Advance Wars games. They just always had them pointed on that diagonal. I don't like it. I don't. Weird foible of the day might be that one. Well, that rocket is annoyingly protected. We're just going to have to accept it for what it is. So I guess we're just ending the career of some snipers and some tanks instead. Could push you forwards, but that doesn't really change anything. I guess I could push you and then the sniper would technically be able to hit you. It's not exactly a massive play though, is it? That does 18%, that does 2. Well, let's do it anyway, because thematically it's a bit different. So push you forward. Oh, it moves the rhino forwards too. Well, that's not good. I completely didn't think about that. Okay, fine. Our rhino might have seen its last. We'll see. Maybe I can get the rocket to attack my... I don't even know what this equates to. We'll see. do something like that. And then, yeah, you can do peanuts, but at least you'll do something. And yeah, now we're at 10, you can go for it twice. We have 16.5. Can't afford another rhino or a giant. We don't need any more troops currently, so we'll save up for a giant if we need one. No, it's going to attack the rhino and kill it. Annoying, but fine. You're going to attack my anti-ish heir. Cool. See you later. That was a bad decision. You're gone. We can't quite reach, but you're also not going to be in range of the rocket, so that's not too bad. You can reach. So let's attack our opposing rocket. Looks like all the units look kind of similar, though, unless they are a unique unit, I guess. Just try and convert this so they can't produce any more infantry. Did not complete doing that. Okay, it's fine. But we got a giant. I don't think we need it. I don't think it'll do anything, but we got it. So we can say we did it. Enter. You'll be able to tank. Annoying, especially because of where it is, but what are you going to do? Can we take out this rocket with these 2 units? Yes, we can, because then we can just take our mega tank and do a lot of damage. Can't kill it, so we'll have to waste another turn, but we'll get in there. Do that, do that. Genuinely have no idea what the purpose of this is. Says it's healing, but it doesn't seem to do anything. And enter. Yeah. Typical. They can't resist attacking a rocket unit. To this day, that is something they can't resist doing. But that means it's going to be mission complete. Thank you kindly. Don't get too comfortable. This was just practice. I thought the last mission was practice. Pay attention. Mission accomplished. No sound effect, really. No, ta-da, you did it, no screen. Okay. Well, I guess there are more missions. Maybe we'll play a bit more of this down the line. We'll probably complete the demo. Hopefully it's not horrendously long. I don't think it will be. But hopefully you did enjoy this sample. Is this the sort of thing you think you're going to end up buying based on what we've seen so far? I'm still unconvinced. We'll see. Hopefully you did enjoy the video, though. Like it if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more, because like I said, I will go through at least the demo. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now.